time, my time, my time. Not going back. We had enough. We all know in trouble. All right, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy BSB back here with another video. You know what I'm saying? Long time no see. And I was sitting back thinking, right? You know, Triple H is better than Bret Hart, right? And I know it's kind of random because Bret Hart hasn't like said anything of significance in a while. I was gonna make this video when like he came on Raw. He had that little promo with Gunther, but I was just thinking about it, so I'm gonna make it now. You know, it's 2 in the morning. I ain't got shit else to do. So Triple H is better than Bret Hart, right? And I haven't come to this conclusion like just now. I've always thought this. You know, when I was looking at the Bleacher Report's like top 100 wrestlers of all time, I think it was top 50, right? I want you guys to take a look at that list. It's very, very flawed. But one of my problems was Triple H was listed below guys like CM Punk and below guys like Bret the Hitman Hart. Now I understand him being rated lower than Bret Hart because Bret Hart is like, you know, kind of significant in the history of wrestling. You know, he was the top guy for a good amount of time. Him and Shawn Michaels were the top guys for a good amount of time. So they're staple points in WWE history. But, you know, Bret Hart talks as if, you know, his shit doesn't stink, you know what I'm saying? Like, he talks as if his shit is the greatest shit ever, you know? He once said Triple H, like, had no talent, and, you know, I have my problems with Triple H as a wrestling booker, but I love Triple H as a wrestler, you know? Like, don't get that shit confused. Triple H is, like, in my top 5 of all time. I know people may, like, say, like, oh, he never had charisma and all this stuff. Oh, he was the guy that works with the guy. So what? That's what being the heel is, you know? Triple H is, like, the greatest heel of all time, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I really like Triple H because Triple H was always, like, he always put people over. He always got people over. Now, he did beat his fair share of top stars, which makes him unique also because a lot of heels don't beat the top guy a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Triple H, I'm pretty sure he has The Rock's number. He has Stone Cold's number. But there's times where he also put them over, and it was for good moments. Example, The Rock at Backlash. You know what I'm saying? Triple H just has more moments than Bret Hart. You know what I'm saying? More moments than Bret Hart to the point where Bret Hart, he really can't say Triple H has no talent. It's disrespectful to say Triple H has no talent by Bret Hart, you know what I'm saying? Triple H is arguably a better wrestler than Bret Hart, you know? Like, Triple H has had way more entertaining matches than Bret Hart, you know? Name me one Bret Hart match that was better than Triple H, Mick Foley, Hell in a Cell match, you know what I'm saying? The Triple H, Mick Foley, Royal Rumble match. Triple H has had these crazy ass, like, gimmick matches that Bret Hart just cannot do, you know what I'm saying? Bret Hart can only do a one-on-one singles match with, like, a Chris Benoit, or, like, he can do it with, like, Bam Bam Bigelow. Like, Bret Hart has good matches. I'm not gonna say he'll be an idiot. You know, he has, like, good psychology and all that shit. Like, I know what that shit is. But I'm gonna just be honest. From my point of view, the more entertaining wrestler and the more entertaining performer was Triple H. He was better on the mic. He was better in the ring, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And he did, like, way more entertaining stuff. DX was more entertaining than anything Bret Hart ever did. You know what I'm saying? Now, and this is my thing. I don't even think, like, DX is, like, this, like, I think DX is kind of overrated because I rewatched the Attitude Era. They're not cringe, but like the only thing they really had going for them was the chop, and like Road Dogg and like Billy Gunn, like their catchphrases were cool. I like the DX with Triple H more so than the DX with Shawn Michaels. That's just my opinion though. So, like I said, right, when you break it down to all those things, Triple H is the better wrestler than Bret Hart, you know? And if you want to go, like, in kayfabe, we can go in kayfabe, too. Triple H is, like, 14 world titles, way more WrestleMania main events. He's in more moments, like, he's had way more legendary matchups. Triple H is just better than Bret Hart, bro. You know? Like, just think about it as a fan, you know, and not as a mark. Just think about, like, moments, because it's only marks that say Bret Hart is better than Triple H, I feel like. Like, that's just, like, a mark thing to say. Or people just say it because they're told that's what it is. Like, Bret Hart was not better than Triple H, you know? Triple H is really underrated all time. Like I said, please don't get it confused. I don't hate Triple H the Booker, but I dislike some things he does. I'm not a fan of Triple H the Booker, but I'm a fan of Triple H the wrestler, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Triple H is damn near top 5 of all time, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? And for him to be listed below guys like CM Punk, which makes absolutely no sense. Triple H did more in a 5-year span, right, in the Attitude Era than CM Punk did in his entire career. You know what I'm saying? Triple H had good moments in the PG era also, you know, because I grew up in that era, so I do remember some stuff Triple H did. That whole feud with Randy Orton, that shit was great. The WrestleMania match kind of flopped, but you know what I'm saying? Triple H still had entertaining things, you know? The Hell in a Cell with The Undertaker, with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee. The WrestleMania 27 match. Triple H is better than Bret Hart. Like, you can compare the WrestleMania matches too. Like, their best matches, for Bret Hart's best matches. I think Triple H comes out on top. So, you know, I just wanted to put that out there because I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, yeah, Triple H was better than Bret Hart. Like, when are people gonna start being honest about that? Bret Hart's cool and all that, but like, I feel like if Bret Hart was around today, who would he be? He'd probably be like a Cody Rhodes, you know what I'm saying? And like, I don't dislike Cody Rhodes either, but like, that's just like, I see them as that type of like wrestler, and I think Cody does more entertaining moves than Bret Hart. But that's all I had to say about that. I don't think Bret Hart sucks. Please don't like come in here and, oh, you don't know anything about wrestling. Oh, if people comment anyway, but like, don't go, oh, you don't know anything about wrestling. It's just my opinion. I just think Triple H is the better wrestler. You know what I'm saying? And those are my reasons to prove it. You know what I'm saying? And Triple H, right? Every faction he's ever been in has been successful. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's been the D-Generation X, the first iteration of it, the second iteration of D-Generation X, the McMahon Helmsley regime or whatever, the corporation, like they've all been successful, you know? Then we go to Evolution, and then DX and the McMahon Helmsley regime, that's all like really the same shit though. But then we move on to Evolution, and then after Evolution, we have the most underrated group probably of all time, The Authority, right? I know a lot of people hated The Authority because like every week, bow down to the king. But look, right? I know everybody hated that shit, but like you have to remember, The Authority pushed a lot of shit forward, you know? They made Sting's return possible, you know what I'm saying? They got Daniel Bryan over, you know? Bryan Danielson, whatever the fuck. They got him over. They made him a star, you know what I'm saying? They pushed so much. Seth Rollins, they made Seth Rollins, you know what I'm saying? In a way, they made the Shield when Triple H put the Shield over 3 straight times against Evolution, you know what I'm saying? The Authority pushed a lot of things forward, you know what I mean? They pushed a lot of things forward, and they gave you some pretty cool stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Survivor Series thing coming back, Dolph Ziggler like down 3-1, like that was a memorable moment, you know? Triple H fighting Sting at WrestleMania, memorable moment, you know? For me, I'll say. But yeah, that's all I had to say about that. Triple H is better than Bret Hart. Let me know if you guys disagree. It's your boy BSB. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.